Welcome to the live stream. How many folks we got? 3. And 2 of them are us. So it's, oh, what? 2. I guess it's just us. You and me. 1. What's up with that?
That's no fun. Oh, JJ Man's here.
Oh, yes. JJ Man is here. Now it's 3. Cool. There it says 4. All right. Welcome to the live stream. So we are in American Truck Simulator. Hey, Rons, did you get my... That wasn't you I was talking to. I was thinking of someone else. Rans is new to the Discord, so welcome to the Discord. We are in Elko, Nevada. Let me get into the game. I got to pause because I was doing something. All right, I am not looking at the chat anymore. Trucker King is handling the chat for me, so he'll pass on relevant things. So we're in Elko, Nevada. I've already picked up the load. This is a reservoir tank. Yes, that's what it is. And we are taking it to Havre, Montana. So here we are in Elko, and we're going to run up here to almost to Canada. To Havre. In fact, holy cow, this place we're going to is almost up to Canada. I just realized that. So I also set up a stop point for tonight. We'll make our evening stop there. That is 441 miles distance. And that's where we'll stop after 8 hours or so. We've got mostly a full clock. We've got full fuel tanks. And we're ready to roll. So let's do it. How heavy is this? 22,500 pounds. Not heavy at all.
We got Pilot Bro and the Bucks in the chat now too.
Hey guys. Guess I'll turn off the brake. Well, I just learned a little while ago that Bucks wasn't feeling well, so I hope he's feeling better. Bucks the driving gamer. Got to do the whole name.
Turn left.
Metro Master 2010. Good evening, everyone.
All right. Hail, hail! The gang's all here, nearly.
We're up to 11.
Awesome.
Get ready to turn left.
You know, the last time I used this profile was last Saturday.
Turn left.
I was surprised that I was low on fuel. I had almost no time left on the clock and had 4% damage to my tractor and trailer. So I had to scramble and get all those things resolved before I could go pick up this load. So it's a good thing I started early.
Get ready to turn left.
Oh, this load is 845 miles from here. So it's essentially a day and a half.
Turn left.
There goes one of them F-22s. Now, I just spent 3 days in a row in Euro Truck Simulator. Well, Thursday, was it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday, Friday, and earlier today in Euro Truck Simulator. And in Euro Truck Simulator, I run real automatic. So I had to get reacclimated to running my 18 speed. But I'm pretty much already there. There's some of those baby rays for bucks. I wasn't expecting that.
We have Ulysses S. Grant. Are you in the Kenworth W900?
I am. And welcome to the live stream, Mr. Grant. We are all good. That's pretty much what I always drive in the American Truck Simulator, with a few exceptions. And by the way, I will mention, for those who care to know, I have the traffic dialed up to 50%. And I'm almost regretting that. I had some issues with traffic this morning before I fired up the live stream. Oh, whoa! Just went back to the keyboard or desktop.
Adam, good afternoon.
Hello, Adam. Let me recover from this. I just got dumped back to the desktop. You guys couldn't see that. You could only see the results of it.
We seen a little break, a little
Stay
jump
right.
in the screen, and then
Then
you were
exit
all over
right.
the place.
Yep. And when you come back in,
Exit right.
all of you're in neutral. All of your gear shifting stuff
Turn
has been
left.
reset. So just trying to even get into high gear again doesn't work right. That is so disconcerting. So this is Wells. We are headed north on US Highway 93. We're gonna roll through Jackpot and then Twin Falls. Well, I sure don't know what caused me to drop back to the desktop. That was a shocker. I just restarted my computer. And the only other thing I have running is Discord, and I've got all my Discord notifications should be disabled.
Adam's asking where the final destination is.
Havre, Montana. So we're gonna run up to to Twin Falls. Let's see. We're then going to head east to Pocatello, where we'll pick up Interstate 15, and then we'll head north. Take that all the way up through Great Falls. For those of you who have watched my recent real-life videos, you may recall that when I came around this curve in that video, that I came upon the scene of an accident. Right up here. Yeah, that was a surprise to come upon that. Welcome to Jackpot.
John Mack, hi Boomer. Where are you heading today?
Hey John, we're headed up to Havre, Montana. Havre, however you pronounce it. Welcome to Idaho. Well, I think we've got another scale coming up. See if we get pulled in. Yeah, 1 mile. No.
Go straight.
where else would I go? Huh. Well, welcome to Twin Falls. Yeah, we got traffic lights. Thought I heard a helicopter. Well, as long as we're stopped, let me show you the map. This is our route from Elko through Jackpot, Twin Falls, over to Pocatello, and then north on Interstate 15 through Butte, Helena, Great Falls, and then Havre. Well, we get off I-15 here, but you get the idea. That's what we're about today. I never noticed that helicopter over there before.
Scott Gatner. Good evening, Boomer.
Good evening, Scott.
Turn left.
John Mack. I've been playing for years and never done a personal goal. I have just completed my first personal goal for external cargoes in Montana. So many nice views in Montana.
There sure are.
Go straight.
Which reminds me, whoops, the light just changed to green. I was going to look for some viewpoints. think that viewpoint's on the other side. Yep, it is.
Stay right, then turn right. Turn right.
Asking if you rated ATS on a scale from 1 to 10 on realism, what would you rate it?
Probably an 8. The scenery is awesome. The locations match reality fairly close. Like we just went over over that bridge over Twin Falls. Over the Snake River at Twin Falls. That's very accurate. Going to shippers and receivers, it's fairly accurate. There's a lot of things that don't match reality. Like in reality, you have to get out of the truck, go check in at the shipping office, usually. And gotta get out if you're oh, hey, someone bought me 5 coffees. Whoa, let's hope I don't run off the road. Thank you. Someone you should leave your name, so I can properly thank you. Oh yeah, if you're in a van trailer like that one in front of us in real life. Well, not that one, but you'd have to get out and open the doors before you back into a dock. If you're doing a flatbed like we are now, you have to get out and strap down the load. And I understand that, you know, you can't model everything. But things like the pre-trip inspections and the reasons for having the scales at truck stops. So there are some things that are not very realistic, but overall, I mean, look at that scenery. Look at those mountains off in the distance. There's a rest area off to the right. That actually exists in real life. So yeah, very real. The economy setup is not very realistic, but I've learned to just deal with that.
exit left.
Almost forgot about this.
That was the one that got you the 5 coffees.
Thank you, Scott.
And Scott, I don't know if you created your own account yet on Buy Me a Coffee. Usually that's the reason why your name won't show up.
I think you also have an option for doing it when you make the purchase, I think.
Maybe right. It's been a while since I've done it like that.
Yeah. I'm not 100% positive.
And Metro Master, in real life, is there an advantage like MPG or engine efficiency in the way you shift? I mean, it seems you use whole gears 1 through 5, and from there up you split and use all the half gears.
Right. Well, even then, I use whole gear sometimes in the top half. It's not about MPG, it's about load. How heavy is your load? For most, if I have just even kind of a heavy load, if I'm running on flat ground and going from a dead stop, I normally don't need to use the split gears in the lower range. Unless I'm going up a hill and I'm starting uphill from a dead stop. That's a different story. But like a load like this, it's light, 22,000 pounds. I don't need to use any of the split gears. 1 second. Okay, 65. Split gears are mostly for heavy loads and hills. So if I was hauling a 45,000 pound reefer load, so my whole load is like 79 to 80,000 pounds, and I had an average engine, normally I would have a 13-speed transmission, so I'd only have the regular 5 gears at the bottom, and then I'd have the top gears, top 4 would be split. And then I'd mostly use those for hills. But actually, even on flat ground, if I have heavy load like that, I would split the gears. Just because it's easier to get up to speed. More fuel efficient too, actually, I think. Trucks that run mostly in the Midwest and the East don't necessarily have 13-speed transmissions. They'll run 10. But I don't think that's always true either. What about you, Trucker King? What did it, before you went automatic, what kind of gear ratios did they have there, or gear setups?
I mainly just ran 10 speeds, except for when I was doing that heavy haul with the water, then I ran 18.
Yep.
But that was because I was out in the country with a lot of hills and whatnot to deal with.
Yep.
So I actually needed all 18.
There it is. That's the answer right there. Heavy loads and hills. Especially when you are doing both.
And like you were saying, I mean, it all depends on the weight of your load. I mean, most of the time, even in my 10-speed, if I was under 70, I could start off in like 4th gear. I didn't have to use 1 through 3.
Right.
All depends on the truck and the gear ratio too. I know these internationals I have to start off in 2nd, and I bet you my loads are probably only 15,000 pounds at most. They just don't have the power to do it.
Yeah. So this load, like I said, 22,000 pounds. If I'm on level ground, I can start out in 2nd gear.
Stay right.
And in fact, I have.
Stay right, then turn right. Turn right.
See, I just split from 4 low to 4 high because I don't want to shift up into the high range. So I'm trying to maintain a particular speed, in this case 15 miles an hour.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right. Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Now I'm starting out in second.
Stay left, then turn left. Turn left.
And also, now I'm going downhill. Even if I had a heavy load, I might not need to split the gears. And now when I hop up into 8 from 8 low to 8 high, that's going to be just for fuel economy. Because I can lower my RPMs. Well, I'm guessing we're in Montana since we hit that scale. Guess I don't really know, though. I can check the map. Yes, we are. We are in Montana, so that scale was south of the border. And we're coming up on our pre-planned stop. Although we still have 5 hours left on the clock. Is this another scale? Port of entry? I didn't get a signal. It's closed! Yay!
It was always a sigh of relief seeing that in real life.
I know, right? I get the same feeling when I see it in the game.
Even if you know you're all good, but still, if that DOT officer's having a bad day, he will find something.
Right. Most of the time, though, it's just... you get to avoid it, so you didn't have to slow down, do a crawl. You might have to wait in line, like in California on I-10 at Palm Springs. Oh my God! Talk about a backup.
Up here, we don't have set scales. We got the, portable scales, so they just decide to set up wherever they want, when they want.
Oh. Yeah, I've seen those. I've never had to deal with them, but I've seen them.
They usually will just set up, on the side of the 90 where they have all the parking for all the doubles, trailers, and whatnot. And, but like I said, there was probably a good 4 days straight that they were out here at my exit from my hometown, and then they'll go 2-3 months before they'll be there again. So you just never know. What's nice for me though is when I'm driving into work in the morning, they're usually setting up, so I know if they're there, I know to take all the back roads when I got to deliver to the store out this way.
Ah.
Stay right.
Because I did find one route right that I can take that avoids DOT completely.
Cool.
Exit right.
Because where I work right now, let's just say every time we've been stopped by DOT, we've been shut down.
Get ready to
Yeah.
You're the guy they're looking for.
Yep. My average trailer is like a 1990 something.
Aha.
And think about it. This is New York. The salt from the winters. These trailers are just rusted to no tomorrow. But they didn't want to listen to me, 2 years ago when I said they needed to start upgrading trailers when they were cheap. Now a new trailer is about anywhere from 70 to 90 grand.
Wow.
Just for a dry van.
That's actually a good point. It's not all about the weight that they're checking. It's about mechanical ability or, functionality. I've often said that for the company that I've been driving for the the last 6 months, that not a single piece of their equipment would pass a roadside inspection. Fortunately, that's not really an issue. I mean, they have DOT or highway patrol roadside or enforcement, commercial vehicle enforcement vehicles dedicated to that, and I've seen them with trucks pulled over a lot. Never pulled me over in one of those because I was local, I guess. I don't know. I know that if I'd have been pulled over, almost certainly would have been deadlined. Right there.
Adam's asking if you ever taken your truck to a port of entry of any state.
Most of them. You can't. You pretty much can't avoid them. Every state you go in, almost every state you go into has a port of entry. And sometimes you get pulled in. All right, I'm going to advance the clock to 7 p.m. We'll take our 10-hour break and we'll start at 5. Wow, it's dark. That's getting light. Let's take a look at the map, see where we are. We have 521, really? I thought we'd be closer than that. I should have gone farther. Oh well. I was worried about running out of hours today, but I probably could have made it to Butte, hit one of these truck stops. Oh well. That's the way it is. 521 miles, we can make that. We got 9.5 hours of driving. Yeah, let's get going. That guy's up and at him early.
Rerouting. Turn left.
Lansford, hi Boomer. I finally done a convoy with a couple of members of your Discord. My first go at it and loved it. We'll definitely be back.
Ready.
That's great, Lancey. Glad to hear it. I saw that you were in a convoy with Drive. That's good. I know someone else is going to be getting into a convoy soon. Trucker King.
I just got done downloading all the DLCs just now too.
Did you get all the maps?
Yes, I did.
Awesome.
Okay, Adam's asking if you ever taken your truck to a U.S. Customs before.
Yes, but the ones that are usually on I-10 in New Mexico, they run parallel to the border. Those ones do. There's also some in Texas that run north. You know, when the freeway runs north, and you get stopped on the way out of oh, what is that? Not Nogales, but trying to think. Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. It'll come to me later. But there are places where they stop and look for illegals. and contraband. I mean, I always just got right through them. First of all, I look like I belong here. Second of all, I'm driving a truck, or I was driving a truck that was, you know, with a national company. And they pretty much figured that, I guess, that, you know, those vehicles are good. Big companies like Schneider and Swift and others like that, they wouldn't be caught dead hauling illegals. At least not knowingly. They're just too big. They can't afford the risk. Not that they would do it anyway, but so I always had to. They'd always get, you know, you pull up, you stop. Sometimes, and they ask if you're a citizen. I say yes. There's been a few times when when I got pulled up and they would ask me that question, I wanted to say, "Okay." So, but I never did because I didn't want to spend any quality time with those guys. But yeah, and that's just a big. They're in the maps. A couple of the maps, like New Mexico on Interstate 10, they're in there. And I've got some on in my trucking vlogs. That's gonna drive me nuts. I can't think of the name of that city in Texas on the Mexico state line. What's that?
It's not Laredo, is it?
Laredo, that's it. Ooh.
Glen Red Trucking is the one that posted that.
Got us a little accident here. I'm sorry, who was that asked?
Stay right.
Glen Red Trucking answered that question
Oh.
for you. I
Oh,
just
okay.
read it off the chat. I wasn't sure. I asked him if he was telling us where he was from, and he's like, nope, just letting him know where he was thinking about.
Ah, yes, Laredo. Thank you. Sorry.
Actually, when I worked for US Express, we had a terminal in Laredo.
A lot of
That
big
was,
companies do.
They had local guys that all they did all day was bring stuff in across the border and drop it in the yard for us to grab.
Yep. Same thing with Schneider.
Got a bunch of them up here for doing that with Canada too. You know, I forget the name of the company that does it, but I know I did the border crossing once with Canada with US Express because they wanted me to take the shorter route to get into, I think it was Michigan. It might have been shorter mileage wise, but I think it added about 3 hours time wise.
Yeah, I never did any cross-border operations. I just didn't want to.
Yeah, I won't. That's one of my biggest things here, trying to find local work, is a lot of local companies by me want you to go into Canada.
Yeah.
They're right here by the border. And I just don't want to deal with the headache.
Yep.
It's just too long sitting on the Peace Bridge. No thank you. I go under it almost every day. You just see the line of trucks all the way across the Peace Bridge just waiting to get over.
Yeah.
It's not the Canadian customs you got to worry about. It's us getting
Right.
back into the state.
Yeah, it's a hassle I just don't want to deal with.
Stay right. and then
Oh,
into
that's right. I forgot we're going north. I was
right.
thinking about some of the stuff we were just talking about, and I forget I gotta pay attention. Well, I'm sure these folks over here enjoy hearing that engine brake or that Jake brake at 7:30 in the morning. I think there's a viewpoint over there somewhere off in the distance, but I don't know where. I think you may have to drive through town to get to it. Yeah, I knew there was one of these up here. I believe this is Helena coming up. Still struggling with doing that, even in the American truck.
David Lance says hello.
Hello, David. Welcome to the live stream. I hope you're enjoying the drive.
And then Adam's asking what happens if a truck driver takes a job in Toronto or Montreal from New York State. A little confused on what he's asking.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a cross-border operation. That happens all the time. I've never done it. And we were just talking about crossing the Canadian border or the Mexican border. It's just a pain in the neck. Just like anywhere else, except you got that long wait at customs to get through customs. There's a YouTube channel that I have watched from time to time called Trucker Josh. He is a trucker based in Canada, just north of I think North Dakota. And he does cross-border operations all the time. He doesn't film them as far as I know, because I think he can't. Like, there's been some places that I've gone here locally that I can't film in because they're they have to do with freight that gets shipped by air. So you're prohibited by federal law from filming. Anyway, Trucker Josh. Trucker Josh. Yeah, he runs all you know, around Canada and down into the U.S., all over in the U.S.
Right,
from what I've seen.
and then exit right. Exit right.
So you might want to watch some of his videos, or check out his channel anyway. But that's real life trucking.
David Lance said, yeah, it's a nice drive, so what are you hauling?
Reservoir tank.
Radcliffe, hi Boomer, very nice watching of your truck.
Hi Aaron, welcome to the live stream and thank you.
Go straight.
All right, well, we're making good time. We have only 119 miles to go. For some reason I thought we had farther. Well, that makes sense. Maybe I misread it this morning when we started. Because we should have had less than 400 miles to go when we started today.
One is asking, what's your friend's channel?
Trucker Josh.
Go straight.
Trucker, Josh, Jush. I haven't watched any of his videos in a long time, but I do follow him on Twitter and Facebook. He recently went over 100,000 subscribers. So that was cool.
Stay left.
Epsi, hi
Then
Boomer,
turn
how
left.
are you?
Hello.
Turn left.
David Lance, I'm not sure if I could be a trucker in a game or in real life because you're on the road more than you're off.
Yeah. Well, it's in a game. It's just a game. You can pause the game anytime you want. Save it. Come back to it later. In real life,
Go straight.
over-the-road trucking is not for everyone. That's a fact. Because you are away from home for extended periods of time. But there's local trucking jobs, right, Trucker King?
Yes, there is.
I mean, I've done a lot of local trucking here in Las Vegas, where I'm home every night. Of course, sometimes they work me 12 or 14 hours a day or longer. Then I get cranky.
Go straight.
Sounds about right. Glenn's asking, what's your favorite highway to drive?
Ooh.
Go straight.
In ATS or real life? I don't know about ATS, but in real life, that's kind of tough also. Depends on where I'm at. Probably Interstate 80. Across Wyoming and Nebraska. Also, I like Interstate 40 across New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma.
I go TR for 16 years now.
Who's that? You?
Glenn,
Oh. Well,
16 years.
Glenn, what's your favorite highway to drive? And why?
So I think mine when I was over the road, I liked Interstate 5 going through Oregon up into Washington. The rolling hills up there, it was just beautiful.
Yeah, I didn't care for the speed limit along that route. In California, of course, it's 55.
Yeah.
Oregon and Oregon is 55. Washington was 60.
Go straight.
But it's real pretty, especially in the Oregon, south of Eugene.
Speed didn't bother me too much because my truck was governed at 63.
Go straight.
Yeah.
Go straight.
Yeah, I hated 63. It's just a weird speed. 65 made sense to a point. Because at least most freeways, or a lot of freeways, the speed limit 65. See? Scenic overlook, and I'm gonna miss it.
Glenn said Highway 50 from Colorado Springs to Pueblo.
Well, it's not very long. But there's a lot to like about 50. You know, I've never taken 50 east out of Pueblo, now that I think about it.
Go straight.
Because I drove into, like, I was on I-25 and then took 50 into Pueblo to where I was going. Usually I was going to the Target distribution center out by the airport. I think it was by the airport. Anyway, oh, I guess I can go faster.
Go straight.
I like 287 out of from Fort Worth up into Colorado. I like that drive. I mean, it's mostly a 2-lane highway, but there's not that much traffic on it, and it's scenic. It's kind of like this. It runs northwest out of Fort Worth up to Wichita Falls. It continues on, eventually ends up in Amarillo, and then you head north to the middle of the panhandle of Texas, and then you cross the panhandle of Oklahoma, where there's nothing except tumbleweeds. I've literally run into, you know how in that one drive between Barstow and Bakersfield, you have those tumbleweeds rolling across the highway? Yeah, I've literally seen that in the Oklahoma Panhandle. And in that area. That's actually kind of neat. There's nothing else out there except windmills. Get some speeding. I get to yakking and forget to watch my speed. Yeah, US 287 out of Fort Worth. I like that drive. Another one I kind of liked was US 54, I think it was, from Tucumcari, runs diagonal up into the Texas Panhandle and then into Kansas. A Texas Panhandle, Oklahoma Panhandle, and then Texas. Comes out at Liberal, I think. That may not be right. Anyway.
Stay right.
I like that drive. But I haven't done that one in years.
straight.
Welcome to Havre. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce that.
Go straight.
I like little towns like this.
Not sure how to pronounce the name, but they're asking what engine do you have in this truck?
I believe I have the 1088 horsepower
Go straight.
Cat. I think. Not positive. Let's have a look-see. Yeah, 1088. I can't remember if it's the Cat or the Cummins. I can do that because I'm not in a convoy. Oh, really? I don't know why it does this. Why do we have to wait for something to reload?
Japsai is asking if this is a new DLC.
Montana is. Look at that, I missed the light. So yes, the answer is yes.
It's asking, I'm sorry, where are you? How do you say welcome to something, but I didn't catch it?
Havre. Havre.
Stay left, and then turn left.
It's north central Montana. We are not very far south of the Canadian border. And we're gonna get closer. Here, I'll hit the map real quick. This is where we are. This is Montana. And we're up here in Havre. We're gonna head north to whatever that location is. And this line here is the Canadian border. Hey, why don't we get to go?
John Mack, I have a question. I'm no trucker, and most things I learn are from most platforms of social media or word of mouth. My question is, why are some trailers restricted in some states?
That's a complicated question, sort of. But every state has their own laws with respect to certain things, like number of axles, the gross weight you can have on the trailer. There are some trailers that are longer than standard. So there's, like in the Pacific Northwest, they have some longer, like 60-foot trailers with 3 and 4 axles. And they may not be legal in other states. So it's about restrictions in individual states. It's not much of an answer, but it's a more complicated question that I really can't answer much better while I'm driving.
Lee, hello Boomer, how are you?
Hey Lee, welcome to the stream.
Alex, blessed greetings. I'm new here. I'm from Jamaica. Nice to meet you.
Well, welcome, Alex. Welcome to the stream. I hope you'll come back.
And Joseph Davidson. Hi, Boomer.
Hi, Joseph. The end is in sight. At least on the map. I love driving in areas like this, mostly in the Midwest, you know, the upper half of this, upper third of the U.S.
Turn left.
Typically not a lot of traffic, lots of neat scenery to look at. Let's see where we're going. Right over there by that conveyor belt. All right, I'm gonna go around the piles of dirt.
John Mack said probably explains why I get fined rolling road trains through some states.
Possibly.
I was gonna say, I know up here we can't run triples of any kind in New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you know, it's interesting that in New York is one of those states, not the only one, but one of the few states where the doubles can be full-size 53-foot trailers. Most states, the trailers are short if they're going to be doubles or triples, like is sometimes as short as 28 feet.
I see mostly pup trailers up here running doubles, or a 48-foot with a pup attached to the back. Once in a while I'll see a double, you know, full 53, but
yeah, I ran across some video that I have the other day. I ran across some video of that. I was driving on I-90 in New York, and it was a day cab pulling two 53-foot trailers. And it's just an unusual thing. But yeah, Rocky Mountain doubles, I think, is a full size and then a pup trailer, I think. All right, let me focus on backing into that spot. You know what, before I get too far along, let me raise my, the extra axles. I don't need those extra axles helping me. And I say that with sarcasm. For those of you who are watching my what gear I'm in the bottom center of the screen, you may have noticed I went to low. And that's only because I wanted to move forward slowly. There it is. We are getting unloaded. 876 miles. Oh, we went up a level, looks like. Lots of dough, lots of experience points. There it is. Let's load up on just in time. So, we went from Elko north to Interstate 84, and then over here Interstate 86 to Pocatello, north on Interstate 15 to Butte, Helena, Great Falls, and then whatever this road was here. That was a pretty drive. And we did that in fairly good time. I am going to wrap it up because I'm tired because I had another live stream earlier today, so I'm a little pooped from that. Let's see. Okay. Thanks, Metro Master. All right. I'm going to wrap it up right here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any notifications or any future streams or videos. We've got another live stream coming out tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. my time, 1 p.m. Pacific. That will be a convoy live stream with some other folks. And we will be doing American Truck Simulator in that as well. So hopefully you'll be back for that. We'll see you later.